Leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're a fan of XXXTentacion. Now, XXXTentacion has been one of the most talked about rappers of the last decade, and honestly, in my opinion, he has been also one of the most influential rappers as well. And I did get a comment from one of my subscribers asking for a more full in-depth video discussing what really happened on the day that he passed. And well, in this video, I'm going to be sharing the exclusive information that you guys need of the entire timeline of XXXTentacion's day, and sharing with you videos and photos of X on that day that he passed. Now, this is a pretty much untold story of XXXTentacion, as I did research before this video and I actually didn't see really any videos showing through XXXTentacion's entire day on the day he sadly passed. So make sure you guys watch this video until the end, as I'll be sharing the untold story of XXXTentacion. Also, if you would like to join the channel's giveaway on any of the items you see on screen, just leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel to enter. Now, on June 18th, 2018, we lost one of the most influential rappers of our time. That is the day that XXXTentacion passed, and we sadly lost him forever. Now, from reading online sources, this day for him was honestly just a regular day for X, and he was just going along his day like pretty much every single day that he lived. His day started with going to the Bank of America to withdraw a lump sum of money. Now, he probably doesn't do that every single day, but who honestly even knows? The amount of money that was believed to be withdrawn from his bank account was around 50,000 US dollars, which for XXXTentacion, you know, this amount of money was pretty much pocket change to him, but for us, that's obviously a lot of money. Now, once he did have the money, he actually then started heading over to a place called RIVA Motorsports. Now, this is an upscale seller of motorcycles, boats, anything like that in Deerfield Beach, Florida. And just make sure you remember the name RIVA Motorsports, because it gets pretty important. Now, from some of the records online, XXXTentacion actually ended up having the intention of purchasing a new motorcycle from this shop. And I was actually able to find some photos of X browsing the shelves at the dealership. So make sure you guys continue watching. As you guys can see from these surveillance photos, XXXTentacion honestly looks like he just got out of bed in some of these pictures, to be honest with you. But you can tell that it obviously is him. He's very easy to recognize, and I'm pretty sure that's like another big reason of how this even happened. Sadly though, what XXXTentacion didn't know was after withdrawing the money from the bank, which was said to be around $50,000 in cash, X was then followed by a dark colored Dodge Journey SUV. In this SUV, there was 4 men driving inside. They go by the name of Dedrick Williams, Robert Allen, Michael Boatwright, and Trayvon Newsom. And as I just mentioned, X is very, very easy to recognize, which is how he was spotted at the bank so easily. It wasn't until 3:30 p.m. when XXXTentacion would arrive at RIVA Motorsports. Now, a lot of people actually believed that XXXTentacion arrived at RIVA Motorsports by himself, but that was actually later found to be not true, as in deeper investigation with the surveillance cameras, he actually ended up going to RIVA Motorsports with his uncle. It's also been said that once XXXTentacion was in the store shopping, 2 of the men from the SUV actually followed X into the store, which we believe was to just keep an eye on him, gather information on him to make sure it was actually him, who X was with at the time, and how much money he actually had in his Louis Vuitton little duffel bag that he carried around with him at all times. And while these two men were keeping an eye on X at the dealership, the other two were actually going to a convenience store to buy masks so then they wouldn't be caught by security cameras when the incident happened. But little did they know, the convenience store actually had surveillance cameras of their own, and there was security cameras all throughout the streets, so these four men were really easy to find. But about an hour later from them keeping an eye on X and them going to the convenience store, this is when XXXTentacion ended up leaving the motorcycle shop. He actually started leaving the parking lot in his BMW i8, and that's kind of when it all happened. XXXTentacion was blocked from leaving the parking lot when two men exited their SUV, demanded the money from X, which was in the Louis Vuitton duffel bag looking thing that I mentioned earlier, and X just apparently didn't want to give up the bag. And due to X not giving up the bag of money, we obviously know what happened next. These four men did what they did for an alleged $50,000, which to me is just honestly ridiculous. And a lot of people honestly are still wondering to this day, why didn't X just give up the bag and things like that. But luckily though, at the end of the day, there was a ton of security cameras recording these four men. The police found them actually very, very easily, which actually made me very happy in the situation. I hope these guys do get sentenced to life in lockup and without the chance of ever being released again. The fact that they did what they did for 50 grand, even though they knew exactly who he was honestly just kind of crazy to me. Why would they want the $50,000 of cash when he's driving in a $200,000 car? I mean, yes, obviously taking a car would be much harder than just taking a bag of money, but $50,000 split between four people, like, is that even really worth it in the end? Not to mention the fact that they did what they did to X. They basically just ruined their entire lives. They're going to be getting sentenced to life locked up for this, for a $50,000 bag of money which was split between four people. Honestly, they just basically ruined their life for about 5 digits of money. Doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Not to mention, they also took a legend in the music industry from the entire world and took away an inspiration to millions of kids around the world for a 4-way split of $50,000. Now, you guys did want this video discussing the more of the untold story of XXXTentacion. I didn't really see anyone even upload a video like this, which is why I think that I would be really, upfront with the entire situation of what happened that day, just so then if you are an X fan, you know what went on that day. But anyways guys, I am going to be ending the video here. Hope you guys did enjoy. I'm out. Peace.